And thank you very much for sticking around and being part of our morning Kickstarter here, the daily Kickstarter, the beginner of your business world, a show that breaks you into the world of business by understanding the scope of what is happening, information, everything, analysis, and every other detail regarding business. But beyond the discussions of businesses, we remind you of the importance of you investing your money somewhere. And speaking of investment, Zabo is powered by Alltech East Africa, and Zabo as a platform is an advantage for you to make your money count. With a minimum of 15,000 Ugandan shillings, and just with your NIN, you can register with Zabo by applying with your national identification number. Now, in the next 24 hours, you will be ready to invest after that registration. With a minimum of 15,000 Ugandan shillings, you can invest in any bond and security with Zabo. The code is *292# MTN, and you can definitely start investing in the bonds and security that are available on the market in Uganda. So when you look at the financial markets being one of the viable ventures where you can easily invest your money and see it grow bigger, that is definitely a platform that Zabo is providing for you as a viewer out there. Zabo is powered by Alltech East Africa. Alltech East Africa says do something new. Zabo is my money, my future. And well, besides that, just to remind you, as the World Cup is taking center stage in the month of November, it is highly anticipated that the world all over will be excited to watch the World Football Showpiece. But how can you easily watch it from the comfort of your living room? Is by buying a GoTV decoder at 25,000 Uganda shillings. It does come with a free month of GoTV value. And then if you want to watch all the 64 matches live and in high definition, that is HD, you will upgrade to GoTV Super at 39,000 Ugandan shillings, where you will definitely watch all the matches like you are in Qatar. GoTV, love it. Okay, now at this particular moment in time, we're heading into our SMB Insight. And our SMB Insight here looks at innovation in the agricultural sector. The agricultural sector being one of the most important sectors and one that employs quite a number of individuals in the country. And speaking of innovation in the agricultural sector, not only goes to the farming practices, but also value addition onto the agricultural products. That is more and more about agriculture. And it's something that we are definitely going to be looking at here in our SMB Insight this morning. Why is it important for you to add value into the agricultural sector? But why is innovation and technology a key aspect of the growth of the agricultural sector? This and more in our SMB Insight.
It is important to realize that when you're starting a business, you're not going to do business as usual. You are not going to copy what the Mkwanos of this world are doing, what the different manufacturers or producers or processors or traders are doing. It doesn't help for you to struggle from a startup position to focus on what others are doing. It is important to be innovative. And innovation means, first of all, you've got to be creative about something, doing something differently, but making sure that what you're doing actually translates into money. Because having just an innovation, but which is not practical, which doesn't make practical sense, you're not going to make money at the end of the day, it's not going to be sustainable. So sustainability here requires that you come up with an idea that is going to be different from what others have done, and then going all the way to make sure that this idea actually translates into money. And that's what we call innovation. So it's something new or doing what others are doing in a different way. And that's what innovation is about. So innovation will help a startup business, first of all, to pick up itself very fast and differentiate itself from the crowd of businesses that are in a particular, let's say, space, like let's say agribusiness. And I'll give you an example. Companies that are in the agriculture space, that specifically focus on agroecology or organic agriculture, in the first place, have already differentiated themselves from the rest of the agribusiness companies, because not everybody is in that space. It requires a particular application of inputs, a combination of different inputs at the farm level, and then after that you then begin looking at how to add value on the produce that you harvest after you have reached maturity, and then how you package that differently from how others are packaging. So innovation doesn't only start with the product, but it also starts with the kind of inputs that you're using. And that's where, of course, entrepreneurs that are in the agriculture space already start by differentiating themselves from the rest of the agribusiness, because they're using environmentally friendly inputs, not any other input. They are using inputs that guarantee organic integrity, that ensure that the product is safe for consumption, it meets the requirements for health, it meets the requirements for environmental responsibility, it meets the requirements for social concerns. How much do you give a farmer who has produced this product after you have sold your product? What proportion of the sales proceeds actually trickles down to the farmer? All these issues define the kind of innovations that we see in organic space. You've got to have information. Before you start anything, you've got to have information, knowledge. The primary school I went to had a motto which we were excited about each time we went to class and would recite it. Knowledge is power. You will be powerful to the extent that you are knowledgeable about something. So many people have not ventured into organic agriculture or agroecology because they don't have information. They don't know exactly what to do to be able to produce an organic product. It requires putting in place a system, certifiable quality management system that guarantees the organic integrity. And for you to put in place that system, you have to know. You've got to be knowledgeable. You've got to consult someone that already knows or that is in this business. So innovation requires having information about a particular aspect of business or agriculture. If you just blindly get into something, you'll get your fingers burnt, and when you make many mistakes, they can cost you a lot.
All right, and there you see, sometimes innovation not only goes beyond looking at other sectors, but also in the agricultural sector. If we want to see the growth of various businesses, those who are actually selling, for example, fertilizers, those who are selling organic products, there are people who are actually selling additional inputs, farm additional inputs and all that. It is innovation and how the technology can help shape up the entire sector. And that is it from the SMB Insights this morning. And of course, for all the viewers out there who are watching Smart 24 TV, just to remind you, we're on GoTV channel 394, DSTV channel 372, and then our social media, Twitter is Smart 24 TV official, Smart 24 TV, Facebook is Smart 24 TV official, Instagram is Smart 24_TV, then our YouTube is Smart 24 TV Live and Smart 24 TV. Please do remember to subscribe if at all you've missed anything to do with business. You can as well link with us on LinkedIn, and also our website is www.smart24.tv. I'm Joram Paul Sonko, and you can as well follow me up on social media, Twitter, Facebook and Instagram at Joram Paul Sonko. Have a blessed day and a good morning.
There is doing the actual reality of welding. There is also practicing for survival. The actual reality of welding is having functional product that create value. Let's go to automotive. If you fabricate a window and a door, it is a value product to who owns it. It goes to a house. So it's a product that can be on the market, but it adds no value to the public. So why we say that welders are not available? We don't have welders that go in for deeper opportunities with the oil issue, building of buildings with steel structures. We are tired of concrete and so on. So there are need for advancement, but we don't have them. You understand? So the reason why everyone is getting into the windows door fabrication, because it is easy. It does not have complex. But when it comes to complex activity into the welding industry, then we have that big gap. I'm a welder, I'm a certified welder. We come in to change that perspective, that if you are in windows and doors, no problem. But you need to advance from this stage to structures, to pipe fitters. Gas is coming, but if you ask about how many gas fitters that can come to your home and fit gas to the standard requirement, you get nothing, because they don't see the opportunities further beyond the window and doors. Now, we need to come up and take away this thinking, to change the mindset that the country and the world revolves on high change in what you are doing. Yes, you can set up a factory of windows, but at a very high standard, no problem, because you follow the same standards that are required to manufacture a car at the same standards that are required you to manufacture a window. So you find that even if they make the windows 1, 2, 3 days or month, you'll find the window broken. Why? The materials, they don't understand what to do. They don't know, because I practiced from you and from this person also never practiced from a standard training center. Then we shall move in the same way. Now we want to carry away that mindset, to take it away and tell these people that please, there is need for change. The country cannot grow on only windows and doors. The country has to grow on having such cameras that can be exported, producing agro machineries that can add value to anything, producing cars. Why are you in the window and doors? So we want to change that mindset. So the change of education should be a call for all vocational centers, industrial practitioners. One, industries to get participation into the TVET policy implementation. Let the industry get involved into the training capacities, not leaving it for only the vocationals and so on to give us incompetent or half-baked workers. There is need for proper instructor training. And this training should now stop happening in the universities and so on. They should get back to industrial training so that they get to know what the industry need, and when they get back to school to train, they produce exactly a well-competent, skilled personnel that fits the world of work to build the capacity within the local industries. One, taking them through the trainings of standard. You know, when you are doing welding, welding is not just doing welding. Welding is the last bit of a product. But the processes through you tend to make this camera in terms of parts to make it functional. Those are the standard documentations that are needed, or the training that people should go in. I would agree that we may not have the capacity now, but we must build the capacity in the next 10 years to create maintenance technicians that can be ready to solve problems at that time of arising. Now that comes in such a way that all people who are having welding works in their businesses, they have not taken it as a serious business element. They are only getting it to have money, buy something or build a house. Welding is a business, and I tell you, welding is the master key of any manufacturing industry and the developed economy. We need now to bring in the standards. Companies that are in serious business of welding, there is need for growth in education, more research, not only to do what you need to do, but you need to change your company structure in such a way that you are looking for such standards. What we call proper alignment of documentation in this industry. No matter you have the ISO, do you understand the implementation of the ISO? That's one thing. Yes, you have the capacity that you can carry on job, but do you have the sense of purpose and the responsibility for the project that you want to take over, or you want to get the project because there is huge money about it? Evidence in speaking of who you are and what you can do.